Alright guys, I'm back with my review of American Horror Story Asylum, Episode 13, Madness Ends, the season finale of American Horror Story Asylum. And it starts off by showing us 4 months ago, Johnny Thredson took a tour of Briarcliff. He's the one who cut off Adam Levine's arm. I'm glad they finally showed this. What exactly had happened here with his arm getting cut off, and I thought this was a pretty cool scene because Johnny is taking the tour and he's looking around and everything, and then he's just sitting in this dark room. And when he hears Adam Levine outside and he reaches in, he just puts on the bloody face mask and grabs the machete. I thought it was a pretty cool scene to build him up as a villain. And then we see Lena Winters. It's still in the future. She's old now and she's about to do an interview. She refuses to talk about Bloody Face. And as she's telling her story, it cuts back and forth between the past and the present. And she's telling her story about how she shut down Briarcliff. So she snuck in through the tunnels with 2 guys and a camera. And she videotaped the conditions that the patients were living in. And she says that she was too late to save Judy. So we also see Johnny on the set of this interview. Johnny Thredson, somehow he got on the set and he's just waiting for his moment to strike. So back in time, Lana goes to see Kit about Betty Drake, who's this woman that was released to Kit's care back in, I think, 1970. And she knows that this is Sister Jude, and Kit was able to get her out of Briarcliff somehow. And he tells Lana about how he took her home and helped her detox, and it goes through this moment of time where Sister Jude is freaking out and he's trying to keep her under control. He's trying to help her, but she goes through these episodes where she just loses her mind, and she's having a really bad episode, and Kit's alien kids take her out to the woods, and then when they come back, she's normal and everything is fine. Everything's great. She's dancing with the kids and everything. And then we see 6 months passed and everything was good with her, and then she died. Holy crap, this was depressing. I mean, after everything Sister Jude went through. Which is strange because you end up loving this character, and I felt the same way in season 1 of American Horror Story. I can't not remember the actress's name who plays Sister Jude, and I think Constance in season 1. But somehow she's a really likable character. Even though they built her up as a villain and did the same thing in season 1, you end up liking her at the end. And so it was just a really sad way for them to kill her off, as she had 6 good months and then died after how many years suffering in Briarcliff. So I thought that was a little bit depressing. Angel of Death shows up, kisses her and everything, so she's gone. And like I said in my review of episode 12, the only thing stronger than the Angel of Death are the aliens. So the horrors of Briarcliff, and Lena confronts Timothy Howard, the head priest, about the horrors of Briarcliff, and she threatens to expose him, how he hired Dr. Arden, and then we see that he slit his wrist and killed himself. So that was another scene that was kind of depressing, but you didn't really care because of the stuff this guy did. I mean, he did hire Dr. Arden. He did turn a blind eye to these horrible experiments he did, like with Shelley and stuff, and you didn't really care that this guy got killed off. Plus, he left Sister Jude there to rot and told everybody she was dead. So Lena talks about how the baby she had really survived, and she actually paid him a visit when he was a little bit older, which could have completely changed Johnny Thredson's life, but she did visit him once. And then we see what happened to Kit. This was another depressing flashback. Kit apparently gets cancer, and before he dies, he vanishes, so the aliens abduct him. So I guess it's kind of bittersweet. I mean, you could imagine that he's living a nice life with the aliens if you wanted to, so I guess it's not too bad. And after the interview, the reporters leave, and Lena tells Johnny to come out. She knows he's there, she knows he was hiding and waiting for his chance. So as soon as everybody leaves, she just says, "You can come out." And I thought that was pretty cool. So this was a really intense scene here. He comes out and they're talking, and he's got a gun. And he's pissed off. He wants to kill her, but he wants to tell her how he feels about her first. So as he's talking to her, she kind of talks him down a little bit. She says, "You're not like your father." And it was kind of predictable because she talks him down, gets the gun from him, and then shoots him in the head. And you could see this coming a mile away. So I thought that was kind of predictable, but I didn't know what was going to happen at first. I thought he would kill Lena Winters. I wasn't really sure, but she ended up killing Johnny Thredson, and that was pretty much it. The last thing it shows is Lena Winters, when she first showed up at Briarcliff in 1964 as a reporter. She's talking to Sister Jude, and Jude says, "Remember, when you look at evil, it looks right back at you." And then it plays the Common Room song they would always play, and the show ends. So that was it. I mean, for a final episode, I thought it was pretty good. It was fun to see how all the characters changed and what actually ended up happening to all of them. So I did enjoy that, and I really liked the intense scene with Lena Winters and Johnny Thredson. I thought that was very well done, even if it was a little predictable. I did enjoy that. And overall, I have to say this wasn't a bad season. The problem I had with this season, I still think season 1 was better. But the problem I had with this season is it felt like they had these really good ideas, and the payoff just sucked for a lot of them. For example, when Dr. Arden had those creatures living in the woods, I was really interested in that, and then nothing really happened. He just ended up killing them all. And the way they killed off Dr. Arden, who was built up as this huge villain, was he just cremates himself. So that was a little disappointing. I thought they had a lot of potential, really good ideas with these storylines, and the payoff just didn't really work for me on some of this stuff. So I was kind of disappointed with that. It was still an entertaining season. The last few episodes were okay, I guess. I didn't care for that name game episode. At least that part where they were singing the song and it was very just musical number. I didn't care for that either, but I definitely think season 1 is better. Season 3 is supposed to start this fall, so I think the show's been doing really well ratings-wise. So they're definitely going to continue it, and I have high hopes for season 3. But yeah, they really went all out with this season. I mean, bringing in the bloody face storyline, the aliens, the creatures in the woods, and I kind of feel like they tried to do too much. Instead of focusing on a few storylines and really working with those and making sure they had great payoffs, it's like they did so much that towards the last few episodes they just had to wrap stuff up really quick, even if the payoff sucked. So I was disappointed with that. But yeah, overall, not a bad season, but if you're looking to get into the show, definitely watch season 1 because that one is awesome. So anyways, that's my review of the last episode of American Horror Story Asylum. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this episode and this season in the comments below, and thanks for watching.